It's also quite interesting that though they tell you not to kind of communicate with the people outside of religion, you're still allowed to go to a regular school, for example, and still communicate with them. So it's kind of a thin line between don't communicate with them but still recruit them.
It's a very thin line, and it also makes you quite disingenuous because you're kind of told that you're not really friends with them. The only reason that you're kind of interacting with them is one, because you have to and you're at school, and two, to convert them as well. So it's quite sneaky the way it encourages you to be. A lot of witness children are now home educated. That started to be quite a big thing when I was kind of in my early teens. And I was fortunate in that my mum used to be a teacher before I was born, and then she went back to teaching when I was older. But she was quite against home education because she thought, and actually thought rightly, that a lot of the children weren't being very well educated. But I think it's quite concerning that children can be home educated when they're in a very strict religious system because they're not having any other outside input. I was really fortunate at school, I think, because every day you get this, again, it's a window into other worlds, other ways of being. And that really helped because I did have a good education, which I think was vital, really.
So you were growing up as a kid and kind of you talked about those things you believed and kind of terrifying things. How did it change? How did it progress? Or maybe it didn't change. How did it progress as you were growing up, becoming a teenager, maybe questioning things?
So I weirdly didn't question things. I think I kind of closed down my questioning mind very early on. And I think the literature, so the witnesses have their own literature as well, or they call it literature. I don't think it kind of constitutes literature, it's just printed stuff. But they had their own brochures, their own magazines, their own books. And it basically reiterates again and again and again the same message. So when you're exposed to that from as old as you can first read, as old as I can first remember, that programmed my brain in a certain way. So I didn't question it. I was actually really devout and really believed it. But at the same time, I didn't want to do it.